Do it.
What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing bonus episode. I'm Kev on stage. She's
That chick Angel.
Welcome to another Bangers on bonus episode. The same topics, even better, even bonuser for 2020 on you broke boys and broke girls.
Shouts to broke, so they're also in here.
That was an okay rundown. I heard you don't play games.
Every once in a while, God, give me something.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. yeah.
All right, first things first on the realest.
Papa.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Gucci v. Jeezy.
It's Gucci.
Burr. I saw a lot of funny stuff. One of which was this the same versus Patty that was on? Gucci and Jeezy's energy was very different. If you didn't see it, if you didn't know, Gucci and Jeezy have history.
Light history.
Greg, is Greg still here?
I was about to say, Greg taught me. I know how to retell a story.
Is he still here, Liz? Gooseby, come on and give them the people from Atlanta. Give them the rundown on Gucci and Jeezy.
He is our gatekeeper of Zone 6.
Because Gucci gave me a tutorial. He's your 106.
He's our gatekeeper for Zone 6. He's
Zone
our
6.
spokesman for Zone 6.
Greg, come on and give the people. Come over here and give the people the zones, the Gucci's. Okay.
Where we at?
Right.
Center.
Go right here,
we'll keep it
Gooseby.
center.
What's happening?
Speaking to the mic, Greg. Speaking
Okay,
to the mic.
into the mic. That's where you both speak. Okay. So Gucci and Jeezy made a song, So Icy, right? Mm-hmm. And from what I believe, what I heard,
That's all crazy.
they had discussions about whose song it was. So from what I heard, it was Jeezy. No, it was Gucci's song. Jeezy was trying to put it on his album. So they got into it. And then Gucci started calling Jeezy, this, that, and the other. So Jeezy said, okay, $10,000, bring me his chain. He just put it out there. Y'all go bring me Gucci chain for 10 stacks, right?
Wow.
So Gucci chilling with his female or with a female. And the door might have been unlocked. We don't know.
Okay, we don't know.
Streets don't.
Somehow, some, goons come in and they weren't prepared because Gucci already knew. Apparently, Gucci was prepared. And he shot off some rounds and killed one of the dudes. And the guy he killed was supposedly Jeezy's homeboy.
Oh no.
Oh no. So that's what the he tried to kill Gucci, man. He tried to kill Gucci, man.
Tried to kill Gucci, man. He tried to kill Gucci. Now Jeezy obviously takes no involvement in this. I didn't. He did say the chain. Was that out loud or that was like a street thing?
Oh no. He said this. This was out loud.
You was in Atlanta this time.
Yeah, man.
He was out there on Candler Road.
You were off Candler Road. Scotty ATL. So Gucci.
All day, man.
Hey.
So Gucci literally killed a friend of Jeezy's. That's why some of the memes. So before the verses, Gucci posted a meme of somebody.
Gucci's who posted that meme?
Gucci's who posted that meme.
Oh my gosh, these people are reckless.
I love it. I love
Gucci
it.
posted a
Is there
meme.
reckless?
Gucci knows the internet, though. I feel like this was the first verses where there was actually a trend before the actual night of the verses. Like there was
A what?
There was an actual trend on the
Oh,
topic.
trend. Yeah.
Like from, mainly stemming from the beef, but because the fact that they were in the same room in Gucci's hood to do a verses live, in front of 1.6 million people,
just on Instagram. That's the Magic City. So the meme was Gucci man, go dig your partner up, racial slur. I bet he can't say curse word. And then Jeezy's jumping off he's jumping in the courtroom. Yeah. And that's Gucci posted that, and that's when people were like, "Oh no!
Oh no!
Don't post that, Gucci, man."
I mean, people's butt cheeks were clenched. During that verse.
So at one point during the verses, okay.
At one point during
Gucci plays his diss track at Jeezy.
the truth.
Okay, the truth. And at the conclusion of the matter, he like, yeah, I put that boy in the dirt. And you could send another one.
The
He
energy.
did say that, and I didn't know what he was talking
So
about.
Gucci, a lot of rappers talk about what they did. Gucci literally killed that man.
Went to jail.
Well, he didn't go to jail for that.
Well,
he actually got off that, but he did go to jail. Rapped about it, and then rapped in the dude's face. I killed your friend. Remember that? Send another one. I'll kill him too.
Pop.
So as a person, right? Well, let's go back. Jeezy's response to that was, brother.
Come
you
on.
are so lost. What we got to do is come together. In the community. See, and I don't even disagree with this. I agree with Jeezy. The young rappers in the community, you understand me? They watching me and you.
Right.
Okay? King Von, they dying in the streets. There's violence. Mo 3 died. We got to come together.
Atlanta on the map.
Right? Do you think Gucci agreed with that?
He's like, "Burr."
Gucci was like, no. Another song.
Right.
Another diss track.
Yeah.
Aimed at Jeezy, right? Back to back. So that's what prompted my tweet. Gucci is the kid that cost you the pizza party.
Yeah, he's not giving up.
Gucci don't care about none of that.
But why should he? He calls that Jeezy is the reason why he had to kill a man.
And that was my next point. It's all fun and games until you put a hit out on my line. You know how I be talking cocky. Okay, now if I'm a street rapper, I'm from the hood. Okay, Zone Twix.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you literally put out at minimum a call to violence, right? When he said take his chain, they didn't mean pick it up, have it cleaned, and return it. They mean snatch that chain, which is a sign of disrespect in the hood. You know where I'm from.
Very disrespectful.
The mean streets of El Paso, the cartel.
100 grand block.
10 grand on the chain.
Yeah.
Gunplay and violence. So if you tried to kill me, I think at minimum you're owed a diss track.
Yeah.
And I could understandably still feel away 15 years later.
Absolutely. But did you not see how Jeezy was a goddamn transition king?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right after that?
He was
in his angel bag.
Yeah, I said, well, wait a minute, sir, because we all, I think, was like, okay, bullets are about to fly. Nope, it's another song. Oh, my gosh. I didn't see it coming, Jeezy. I didn't see it. I texted Kev. I said, this nigga is selling Blue Chew here at the Verses. The way he went into that song. Now, mind you, I didn't know none of the songs.
You talk about a verse. This Verses and Beanie Man.
Oh, my God.
I was like, this is music. Now, that's what I call. Trap music from Atlanta surprisingly didn't come across my life much.
It didn't.
In Washington. Now, Gooseby, this is the soundtrack to his life. Thug Motivation 101.
This was his hymnal.
I knew the lemonade in the people. I knew that one. Right. As well as I know it right now. Lemonade. There we go.
I knew probably. I had heard between them.
You knew the Bruno joint, though.
How does it go again?
A drink,
and smoke till I'm high.
Oh, that's the most recent one.
One of the more recent ones from Gucci.
You can't tell me I ain't fly.
Tell me that.
You know I'm super fly. You know I'm super fly.
They do this right.
Sounds familiar, but also no.
I still can't get over whatever plastic surgery Gucci has had because he looks amazing.
I saw Gucci in the Ritz-Carlton, Honolulu.
Before pre-surgery or post-op or pre-op. I'm just going to call it plastic surgery.
Gucci. This was the last time we were in Hawaii. So last year on the tour, April.
So post-op.
Didn't recognize. He way taller than I realized.
Gucci
is my height, maybe even taller. Security guard, him and Keisha. I don't know how to pronounce. Is it Quar? Keisha.
Qua. I don't know.
Keisha. Anybody in the comments know? But I saw him. I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "He gave me black guy head nod. That's all I asked for." The game did not give me black guy head nod at Six Flags, and I'll never forget it.
But what Gucci dressed to the night? He was casket sharp.
He had on hard bottoms.
Yes, he did. He could have tap danced like Sammy Davis Jr. at Magic City if he wanted to. His trench coat, everything, monochromatic. They were like, he didn't sit down. I was like, because them britches was tight.
That man said, I got $5 million on me right now.
That's what he said.
I said,
that's ridiculous.
How did he go from there? But I got a $10,000 fit on. I don't know if there's an in between.
Well, $5 million is the icy job.
So icy.
So icy. But
what's up?
Much to my surprise, because at that point it was like, I feel like everyone watching was like,
Yeah, people
and the DJs weren't helping either.
Oh, the
Oh,
DJs.
the DJs
weren't.
To be fair, though, that was probably one of the better DJ setups going into it, though. It was a
Rappers
good time.
need the help.
That was the first one where I was like, I miss live shows because this reminded me.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything going on. There were like, what was it, 700,000 people in there with nobody doing anything.
Yeah.
They did like literally once they started DJing, I was like, oh, they're doing an opening set to get the energy right for them to come in. Honestly, the energy was great. There was definitely mad like sneak chirping, disrespectful disses between Gucci the whole time. But once the truth got performed, everybody was like,
aha.
It was a lie.
It was because
the energy changed.
Gucci was like, I laugh so hard at this. Jeezy playing all his hits, okay? Gucci was like, man, play something new. Everything you played from 03, man. Play some new stuff. And Jeezy, which was a great response, he was like, they all classic. I need to remind you about them. I was like, well.
We all platinums.
It was roast me. It was a nice retort.
It was a roast me. I felt they should have had strippers.
I was waiting for it.
They had
the polls. They could have taken the polls down.
That's all. I was like, please have a stripper.
I was like, they can't just be decorative.
Because it was strip club music.
It was in a strip club.
Sure. When I was in the clubs heavy, you know what I'm saying? It was all Gucci and Jeezy, man. Or Jeezy, young Lord. Jeezy and Gucci,
You just
man.
said it like Terrence Howard. Man.
And I was watching it. When I was watching the verses and looking at the comments and all the people's tweets, I was like, boy, I have lived a different life.
Yes.
Because everybody was like, when I was in college, when I was in high school, we was in the club. And I was like.
I must have already been out the club because I don't remember those songs.
When was their range, Greg, would you say, like, the height of Gucci?
05, 06. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Because, Greg, you know, in Atlanta, this is the one thing I really love about Atlanta. When I used to spend the summers there with my cousins. Atlanta break their own artists well before the world knows about them. Mm-hmm. There's some people who are legends in Atlanta and might not ever become, like, as big as they are in Atlanta. But Atlanta shows so much. Miami's the same way, New York, Philly too. But I've heard some songs in Atlanta in my summers there that I never heard on the radio. Right. But in Atlanta, everybody was singing those songs. So Gucci has that because he was releasing a lot of mixtapes. But what would you say, 2000 to what, 2010? 2000 to 2010?
See, I was already out here. I got out here in 2003, and out here in LA, they were not playing any down. They weren't even playing like Ludacris. They weren't playing anybody from the South. They
really?
were not,
we were only getting like Jeezy, like feature Jeezy.
Like on Kanye.
The Akon joint, Soul Survivor.
Yeah.
And that was funny too. Gucci started playing the features early, and Jeezy's DJ is like, oh, we haven't even touched the features.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeezy, I knew more Jeezy songs than I knew Gucci songs.
I don't.
Put on for my city, on for my city. I was like, I know this.
That was like watching Kai and Psy up there. I couldn't tell them apart at certain times. I was like, who is talking? Whose song is this? Is it Gucci or Jeezy? So I don't know who had what song.
Also, rappers, they tend to be, outside of T-Pain and Lil Jon, they tend to be my least favorite verses because they have to be so cool that it's not entertaining.
Right.
Like, and also the Jagged Edge one was the worst. I was like, okay, y'all are not cool enough to be sitting down being this cool. But Jeezy and Gucci put on more of a show than, who was the other rapper one? I was just like, y'all, Rick Ross and
I missed that one.
2 Chainz?
Rick Ross and 2 Chainz? 2 Chainz already went?
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed 2 Chainz. Now I love me some 2 Chainz, honey.
2 Chainz already went?
2 Chainz, that's my type of music.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed it. But it wasn't good. I don't think they was as good as Snoop and DMX.
Snoop and DMX were great though.
They were great. That's
but
what
they're
I'm saying.
not. But they're past the like. I need to be cool. Like Snoop is.
Right. He's an auntie completely, and he's fully accepted that. He is fully. I'm sure he would watch somebody's kids if you asked him.
Hair braided.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody said Jeezy and Billboard hits Gucci for the streets. I agree. Mm-hmm. I think like first of all, everybody from the streets. If you let the comments tell it, I'm like, oh, everybody's just. Racial slur in the hood, huh?
Everybody.
I was just listening to. Listen, it's hard to be well versed in all of the musics. I know all the gospel stuff and all Anita Baker's music, lots of R&B, but I don't know Atlanta hood mixtapes, street stuff. If
Beyonce went on the track, I probably don't know it. And if it don't really make me want to clap right then and there, like that was definitely like seedy strip club music, like
CD.
seedy. Like
seedy.
seedy strip club music.
Ooh, Gucci and Jeezy?
Yeah, their music to me was like, she does this because she likes it.
Yeah.
Just I'm
hilarious.
here.
She actually has other options. She just enjoys this.
She just enjoys this seedy.
I didn't listen to like you had to have basically radio play for it to come to my thing. Radio play or everybody was talking about like Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Wayne.
Yeah.
Their stuff is like everybody in the world knows about it. Gucci being like a hood rapper, that don't necessarily get played on the radio. And like, mind you, I spent high school in North Carolina, which you hear a lot. But in El Paso, and El Paso is just whoever's popular to everyone, and Seattle was the same. El Paso ain't breaking no artists, right. and I wasn't going to the club, which is also where you learn this music. Either club, strip, or regular dance. Yeah. And I didn't know. I'm also okay with that.
Oh, yeah, I was okay. My husband hated every bit of it. He said, how are you listening to this?
Really?
I was like, I'm doing it for work. And then when they kept dropping all the cuss words and the MFs and the N's and all that, I was like, Kai, you got to leave. Because Kai was into it. Amar, he was... I said he was into it. He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But it was definitely interesting to watch a culture that I can definitely say I have not been a part of ever.
Right.
But I will say that those DJs did not have to play gunshots for every break because I kept getting worried. It was like the song would finish. Pop, 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 pop. I was like, is this really happening in real life or is this... They couldn't. What happened to the blowhorn? Why did it have to be so violent?
One of the memes was like, why do these DJs keep breaking so much glass?
Yeah. Truly.
But then at the end, they performed So Icy together.
Yeah, man, it was all an act. It was all an act.
It felt like a Disney sing-along at the end. I was like, what?
It felt like a wrestling, kayfabe. When you like these are real wrestlers, and you just see them at Costco. Like, man, what are The Rock and Stone Cold?
Yeah,
they at the movies together. Like it felt like that. But at the time where it was tense, it felt really tense. Yeah. And then Gucci was on, or Jeezy was on Breakfast Club this morning. I don't know if I put that article in there or that link, but he was basically like, man, he was so appreciative that Gucci thanked him for extending the olive branch. You know what I'm saying? He talked about they might make music together and go on tour together and all that stuff. So I'm happy.
I didn't care, but I'm glad you're happy. I'm gonna be good and honest. I didn't even know they had a beef until this moment. I was like, what are they? Who did he wear the other dude's outfit? Like, I didn't know what they were upset about.
There was death involved.
That's a shame.
Death and violence.
That's never a good thing. But a lot of people enjoyed the show, and I'm happy for that. But that was all an act.
This was one of my favorite.
I think it was all cap.
Yeah, I do, because they brought it together. It was literally you saw.
Guys, that is the conclusion.
It was literally a 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do Icy. Oh, you know you like it. It was so very much so High School Musical, Disney Channel.
I was waiting for the choreography dance.
Yeah, if they would have, that would have been a great time to bring the strippers out.
Why do you want the strippers so bad?
Because it would have been more entertaining.
It's in Magic City. How was there not one stripper?
I want the wings.
I have never been to Magic City.
Liz,
Bald and the Beautiful.
I want to go
Magic City.
Listen. I can't just keep hearing about these wings and not taste them. And if you have to go in and get them,
I don't care about the wings. I want to see some big booty hoes. Up with it. Boom, tap, boom, tap. That's what I want to see. I want to see skills. I want to be like, oh my gosh.
Skills that you see on Skillshare.
I don't care about the wings.
Exactly.
I want to see big booty hoes.
Yeah, I could care less about some goddamn old chicken wings. This is not a 3-star Michelin restaurant. I don't
need my wings to be from 3-star Michelin restaurant. I need my wings to be placed where the health department is like, I want the letter to be this. I want them to be like,
I want there to be a question mark after the food option, like wings question mark.
I prefer my wings from restaurant. I love restaurants where you have to walk through the kitchen to get to the bathroom. They don't mess around. Mexican restaurant here around the corner from my barbershop, my old barbershop, you had to go through the kitchen and their food was lit. Because hey man, we thought about the bathroom last. We about this food first. So anyway, I'm about to ask my wife if we could go, you know what I'm saying, Magic City. Bald and Beautiful.
Marcus
We can
would
go
take
because
off
Atlanta
the
wide
whole
open.
week. Oh,
They went to Compound after that.
That's what they said.
As
They
a
come to
Nary a
Compound.
mask in sight.
They said come to Compound. Me and Jeezy and Gucci and everybody else. I was like, they don't care in Atlanta. Thank God they were alive to vote. Because
You think the people in Atlanta are doing Thanksgiving within their own family?
yeah.
That's so funny.
They are though.
That is so funny. But yeah, I'm down for it. I just want to see the strippers, to be honest. I want to see the talent, the skill set. I want to see all of it. I do. Yep. I do.
Bald and Beautiful Magic City Wings episode.
Let's go.
Coming soon. All right. In other reconciliation news, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion special on HBO Max.
Wow.
I would like to hear your thoughts first.